Hey friends, thank you for stopping by for a visit today. I'm LlamaMamaKayla, and I hope you're all having a great day. First off, I feel like I need to go ahead and apologize because I may cough some during this video, like I feel like I need to cough right now. I was awake practically all night just refluxing. Oh, it was miserable, and even this morning my throat is just burning from it, so I have a hot beverage here. I'm sipping on this hot beverage, hoping it breaks up some of that mucus and stuff in there and relieves my burning throat. But it did keep me awake all night. It was just miserable. But while it did keep me awake, it gave me an opportunity to pray for a young man in my community that's missing. At 3 miles from my house, there's a home where the residents are mentally challenged, and this young man is 22 years old, but he has the mental capacity of like a 10-year-old. And yesterday evening, he was last seen around 4 o'clock. He just walked away. I guess they didn't see him walk away, but he's on foot. And he left, and they've been searching for him. I was sitting here yesterday evening about dark. Sheriff went down the road. I was sitting at my desk, and there's a computer screen that shows all our security cameras, and so I see everything that goes on. And so coming down the road was a sheriff's officer SUV, and they were shining a spotlight all up in our yard, and I was like, what in the world? So he went down the road, and then a few minutes later he came back down the road, and he's shining this spotlight everywhere. And I was home by myself, and I only had my little desk lamp on, so it looked like no one was home anyway. And so he did that like 3 or 4 times. I was like, what in the world is going on? And down the main interstate from us is a prison, and so I thought, well, maybe somebody escaped from the prison, I don't know. And so a little while later, Elijah came in from work and said that there was a sheriff's officer on one of the main roads in our community that got behind him and followed him home. Turned on our road and was following behind him. I was like, what? Why would they get behind you and follow you? I don't know. But he really wasn't following Elijah. From what I found out later, they were just going up and down the roads, all the roads, searching. So my community is basically 3 main roads, and with some small roads off of those roads. And so there is a Facebook group for our community, so I don't get on Facebook that much. I mean, I'm not on Facebook, but I do have some groups on there. And so I got on the group to see what was going on, and then I read that this young guy named Michael, he's 22 years old, I might have said that already, is missing. And by then, it was about 6 o'clock, and they were searching just everywhere. They had search parties out for him. They were calling in a helicopter to come search for him. But as of right now, he still hasn't been found. And there's lots and lots of woods here, like just in my area, in front of my house and to the side of my house, there's like over 10,000 acres. And that connects to another huge amount of acres on down a little bit further. So there's just tons and tons of woods here. So the fear is that he's in the woods lost. And I imagine he is scared. And so while I was awake refluxing during the night, I was praying for him to be found, praying for his mama, because I can just imagine if my son with mentally challenged son was out in those woods lost. Even if my son who's not mentally challenged was in the woods lost, I would be so upset, because there's bear in these woods, there's coyotes, there's alligators, bobcats. I mean, there's all kinds of danger. Snakes, which it's kind of cool. Well, it's getting warm during the day, but it's kind of cool at night. But there's lots of dangers out there. Plus there's swamps, bayous, and just swampy areas, and fields that they flood for duck hunting. So there's a lot of potential danger out there. And so if you think about this during your day, please say a prayer for Michael that he's found, and for the people looking for him, and for his mother. And I will try to update you on that as I find out information. So anyway, I said all that to say, forgive me for coughing, which I'm feeling a little better now. I think sipping on this hot beverage is helping. So, could potentially cough. Like that. Anyway, guys, so you've seen what this video is about, and you've probably seen a sneak preview, the thumbnail, and maybe a picture before the video started. But I want to encourage you that if you left your imagination in another room, please pause the video and go get your imagination and come back and restart the video so you can see my projects. You're going to need lots of imagination, so see if you can borrow some from some other people too. Okay, so this video is about the Golden Girls. Crocheted Golden Girls. I love the Golden Girls. I always have. I've watched the Golden Girls like forever. When Elijah was a baby, well, not a baby, but when he was like, he was old enough to talk, so he was probably like 3 or 4. He would always say, when I'd turn the TV on, or he'd come get in the bed with me or something, he would say, I don't want to watch the grandma show. So, I've always watched the Golden Girls, and I watch it today as if I've never even seen it before. I mean, I watch it all the time. All the seasons are on Hulu, and so I often watch those. But I love the Golden Girls. They just crack me up, and I don't really have a favorite per se, because I love all of them. They're all just, their characters are just hilarious and crack me up. Now, my longtime best friend since 4th grade, Angela, I mention her a lot. She watches all my videos. She watches all of Terry at Yarn Joy Podcast videos. She cracks me up. I'll call her and say, what you doing? She'll say, waiting on Terry to put out a new video. It just cracks me up because Angela's not crafty at all. She does not care about crocheting, but she's hooked on, Terry's videos, and she watches my videos. Anyway, so my best friend Angela, her ringtone I have set when she calls me. I have her ringtone set as the theme song of the Golden Girls. So I picked this up at Michael's in a town about 2.5 hours away from me a couple years ago. At a Michael's. My Michael's doesn't carry kits like this, but that is like a little bit of a larger Michael's. And so they have this kit, and what it is, if you've never seen these, it's a book. The book might, does it come off? I don't know if the book slides out or not. No, it's made onto this. It's glued on, I can see. Sometimes these books slide out of these boxes, but this one is not. This page is glued on to the front, and this last page here is glued on to this box. And this box does come with a few supplies. It comes with the supplies to make Sophia, but it is a DK weight yarn, and I do not own DK weight yarn. Let me just say, I don't want to own any DK weight yarn. That's too small for me. I'm not interested in DK weight yarn. So I did not use the contents of this. I did use a little bit of the wire for Sophia's glasses, but it was still a good bit left, so I put that back in here. But I didn't use any of the other materials from this, only just a small piece of wire. And I didn't even use that. Big Daddy did. So, about this, I picked this up about 2 years ago. but I wasn't ready to make them because I didn't feel like I was good enough at crocheting, and I might not still be. I wanted to wait till I had a good grip on crocheting before I made these. Excuse me. So I waited, and then I was thinking about these this past week, and I was like, I want to make those Golden Girls. And so I pulled the book out, and I was just like, I'm going to make it. The kit includes 6 colors of yarn, a crochet hook, safety eyes, beads, embroidery floss, embroidery needle, amateur wire, and fiberfill stuffing. Like I said, that's the materials, it says right here, to make Sophia. And also the book has directions to make Blanche, Rose, Dorothy, along with Sophia, and also a couch, and maybe a cheesecake, I believe. So, I pulled this out, and this is by Hoffman, B&M Books. It says Hoffman right up here, and I'll just show you that if it focuses. You might can find these on Amazon, most likely Amazon. Anyway, so I pulled it out, and I was like, I'm gonna make it. I was just determined I was gonna make it. Well, the instructions call for a I believe a 3.25 crochet hook. I don't have one, a 3.25. One does come in here, but it's a metal one, and I can't use metal because of the coldness on my hand, so I don't use metal hooks. I have a 3.5 hook that does have a handle on it, and I didn't figure there's much difference between a 0.25 and a 0.5, 0.50. I didn't figure there's going to be much difference in that. You can correct me if I'm wrong, but I figured they'd come out about the same size. Except, I didn't use DK weight yarn. I used 4-weight yarn. That's what I have. I have 4-weight and then some bulky. I do not have DK, and I don't want DK yarn. Okay, so I got the book out, and I'm looking through it, reading all the stuff, information in it and all, and so I'm like, okay, I'm gonna make it. And I started making it. The front of the book does go over some, it does give like abbreviation chart, and then it goes over some stitches, and it goes over like the abbreviation chart, it goes over those stitches, what you're going to need. And the one that I had to use was, I had to come back and read the half double crochet bobble stitch. I did have to come back and read that one to see how to make it correctly. But anyway, it goes over all that. And then the first project is Sophia. So I just started making it. I want to say that I made all these projects. Well, I made the girls, the ladies here. I didn't make the couch or the cheesecake. In my opinion, and it could be because all of it Stringy Ding Ding spoiled me with her pattern book, but in my opinion, the pattern is not written that well. It's there, but it could be written simpler. It could be written out just so much simpler, like easier to understand. There were a few places where I would just I would read like round 6, and I would read that, and I'd read it again, and I'd read it again, and I was just like, and I was looking at my project, and I'm just like counting the stitches to see how that's going to work, and then I'm just like, I don't even know what that's saying. And then I just read the line before it, the line under it, and then I would just kind of do what I felt like it was saying to do. You ever do that in projects? I do that a lot. And so I would just do whatever I felt like it was saying, and it worked out. So, you know, the directions are here, but it could be more clear. Really and truly, it could be more clear. And then I felt like as the projects went on, the directions might have got a little more messier. Like there was some projects later on in here, and I read that and I'll be like, well, I'm just going to do it the way I did, you know, Dorothy's, and I'll just go back to Dorothy's and do it that way. So, saying all that, I want to show you my projects. Now, you got your imaginations, right? Okay, so here is my Sophia. This is my little Sophia, and she has a purse. Now, I didn't use the purse that's in the project book. I didn't want to work with those little tiny beads. I just wasn't interested in those little beads that come with it. So I just crocheted a little purse. Anyway, Big Daddy made her glasses for me. And the gray is her chain on her glasses. And then I just added this flower for a little, something a little snazzy. Now I did make all my dolls where their arms move up and down. I prefer to do all my doll projects like that, whether instead of sewing them in place or hot gluing them on. I did hot glue these together. And her legs and body does have wire, so I'm hoping that she'll be able to sit on a couch. I have a little Barbie couch. They're about the size of Barbie dolls. Well, Sophia's the smallest, of course, but anyway, that's my Sophia. Don't forget your imagination. I like them. I like the way she turned out. I think she's cute. Okay, that's my Sophia. That was the first project. Okay, the second project was Dorothy, and she is the tallest of all of them. So, and she is 11 inches. So she's the tallest, and her arms, they are movable, but because of the sweater, they don't move as well as Sophia's, because her arms are actually not in the sweater. Her arm is made to look like the sweater. But Dorothy's arms are in a sweater. I prefer the way Sophia's are, instead of like this. That way the arms would move better. And I did put a wire in the arms and the legs, and also hopefully they're a little bit posable when I get to posing them and stuff. So this is Dorothy, and like I said, she is 11 inches. And I did add, you know, a little pizzazz to them. I put her some earrings in, and those are some little earrings I had, not earrings, those are just some little bits I had to make stitch markers with. And so I dug through my little stitch marker bag and found those that matched. So that's Dorothy, and she is, you know, Sophia's mom, if you're not familiar. Okay, so my next project was Blanche Devereaux. And you know, I don't even know any of the others' last names. I was just going to say Dorothy's, but now I forgot it. It starts with a B, I believe. But anyway, so Blanche also got some earrings. And again, her arms are in a sweater, so they don't move that well. Now, Blanche does have a necklace on and a bracelet. And she has some sparkly silver shoes. And then I gave her a flower in her hair because, you know, Blanche is extra. She's over the top. And she likes flashy. So, that's my Blanche. All right. And then my last, but certainly not least, is Rose. And you know, Rose is Betty White. Love, love Betty White. So, her arms are the same. They're in a sweater. If I had it to do over, I think I would have made them all like Sophia's arms, so they were more posable. But, you know, this might work still. But anyway. So there is Rose, and I gave her some little, they're not white, they're off-white, they're kind of a tannish pearl earrings and a necklace. I just had a strand of beads that I just cut and made those for her. So that's my Rose. And can y'all believe that Betty White will be 100 years old in January, so my Golden Girls will have to have a party come January. So here they are again. I'll show you the height of them. They're standing on the book that I got the directions in. So Blanche and Rose are about the same height. And then Dorothy, you know, she's a little bit taller than everyone. And then Sophia, she is, you know, about a head shorter than everyone. So here's my girls, and I love them. I love the way they turned out. You need to use your imagination a lot, but still, because I know who they are, they're, you know, good enough for me. So I will be posting lots of little stories and skits and stuff of them on Instagram. And if you want to find my Instagram, I will list it below, but it is Llama, and Llama has two L's, L-L-A-M-A, dot Mama, M-A-M-A, dot Kayla, K-A-Y-L-A. So I'm Llama.Mama.Kayla on Instagram. And I will be posting lots of pictures and stories and skits with them. I can't wait to, you know, just have fun with them and make up things. So that's my crochet girls, and I appreciate you watching. I hope you all have a great day, a blessed day. If you think about it, please remember to pray for Michael. And I want to say this real quick. I do not know Michael. I don't know his mom. I don't know anyone who lives at that home or is involved in that. I just know that, you know, as a mama, I would be devastated with my son missing. So it's heavy on my heart. So anyway, I just want to ask you to, you know, please pray for them. And I will see you all again very soon. Bye, friends.